I welcome you to the Fall 2014 Faculty Convocation. We gather in the Performance Hall at the beginning of each academic year to learn about instructional initiatives, to honor the service of faculty, and to celebrate accomplishments. Most importantly, this is an ideal time to focus on the vision of Richland College by reflecting on what we do to inspire students to imagine their success and to make their educational goals a reality. I welcome adjunct faculty, associate faculty, visiting scholars, full-time faculty, program coordinators, academic deans, and members of our executive leadership team. If you haven't had a chance to say hello to one another, I invite you to turn to the person next to you and tell them how glad you are to see him and how wonderful. Please thank them for choosing to be at Richland College. If you're new to Richland College or attending the faculty convocation for the first time, we ask that you please stand so that we can extend a very warm Thunderduck welcome to you. Thank you. I would also like to recognize the presence of the Richland College Executive Leadership Team, without whose support we would not be able to do all of our jobs so effectively. Present tonight, our President of Richland College, Dr. Kay Eggleston. Vice President for Student Development, Dr. Tony Summers. And Vice President for Business Services, Mr. Ron Clark. We are so pleased you made time during such a busy week to be with us this evening. The theme for this year's college and faculty convocation is Imagine Success, We Provide the Thunder. So how do we help students imagine their success and provide them thunder, the only way we at Richland College can do? I'd like for you to take a few minutes to reflect on how you create community in your classroom, inspire students to learn, and provide them with the tools that they need to be responsible global citizens. Over the past 4 decades, our student population has increased and has become more diverse. How many of you were here at Richland College when it first opened in 1972? I know of 2, Kathy Yates, Jim Stover. Anybody else? Okay. Ah, Ron Clark, of course. So do y'all recall the number of students we enrolled at Richland College in 1972? Did I hear? 3,000, very good, okay. In fall 1972, we did indeed enroll 3,510 students. Over 41 years later, in fall 2013, we enrolled 19,157 students. Okay, notice that I am sharing with you enrollment data from fall 2013 because we continue to enroll students in the multiple flex sections that we offer here at Richland College, and we won't have final enrollment numbers until certification date. The diversity of students enrolling at Richland College also continues to change. Over 65% of our students are now of diverse backgrounds. They come to us from 103 countries of origin, speaking over how many languages? 79 different languages. They also come to us with varying levels of need, preparation for college, and differing expectations. 17% of our students are first time in college. 36% are on federal financial aid, and 1 in 3, about 34% of our students are considered in poverty. Our students today challenge us to find different ways to teach and different ways to inspire them. One thing is the same, though. Their dream continues to be the American dream, or maybe the global dream. A dream to be able to get a good education, a decent job, and to experience a fulfilling life. A dream imagined by our forefathers for all Americans. This year, as of today and still counting, we have awarded 1,163 degrees and 218 certificates. I want to commend you for all that you're doing to ensure students stay at Richland College to graduate. Our community needs our help in ensuring we graduate more students with employable skills and abilities to build a globally competitive and sustainable community. As they ended their time with us, what did the graduates of the class of 2014 have to say about their experiences with you? Of those who responded, 95.2% of our graduates indicated they were satisfied that their educational experience at Richland College measured up to their needs and expectations. Now, if you recall, this feedback is consistent with feedback from graduates last year. So congratulations on sustaining this level of experience that you provide our students. To quote one 2014 Richland College graduate, "In my opinion, Richland College has everything that can provide the best quality of education to everyone, more than any other institution in the area and in the state. This is an excellent endorsement of your good work. I congratulate you on how you successfully provided the class of 2014 with the thunder they needed to not only imagine, but to achieve their success. At Richland College, we aspire to be the best that we can be. We inspire our students to do more because we challenge and inspire ourselves to do more. Have you wondered about the true power of your influence on our students? Seated among you is a former graduate of Richland College from the class of 2008. Before I invite him to stand up to reveal who he is, I want to share with you a little bit about him. After graduating from Richland, he went on to Texas Christian University and graduated with a Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science with honors. He's currently at Syracuse University pursuing a dual graduate degree in Public Administration and International Relations. He was recently awarded a U.S. Department of State Fellowship. Upon graduation, he will officially be named a U.S. diplomat charged with advancing the interests of the United States abroad. How is that for global influence? He has served on Capitol Hill, the White House, and most recently as the assistant to the mayor of Fort Worth. He says, to your credit, he is a very proud Richland College alum. Many of you here tonight helped shape the destiny of this young gentleman. I invite Mr. Keeman Rowe to please stand so we can recognize him. Keeman? He's over there. Keeman will help co-facilitate a student panel discussion at the Spring Faculty Professional Development scheduled for Tuesday, January the 15th. During one of the breakout sessions, you'll have the opportunity to hear directly from Keeman and other students on a panel about their personal stories and experiences at Richland College so that we can learn from them and we can celebrate the joy of their professions with them. We are so proud of you, Keeman, and thank you for taking time to come home and visit us today. As you begin preparing to welcome new students next week, I ask that you take time to first build community in your classroom. Building community is inherent in the mission of Richland College. Students need to know and feel that they belong to the Richland community. I encourage you to build community by creating a caring and collaborative learning environment, whether you teach on campus or online. Demonstrate how you're their role model by being competent in your job and exemplifying behaviors you want them to adopt. Help them imagine success through your competence, your guidance, and expectations that they should finish what they start at Richland College. During the first few days of class, spend time getting to know your students and building a relationship with them. Find out why they're taking your particular class and assess their level of readiness for the learning objectives of the course that you're teaching. Ask them what their career goals are. This will help you gauge what support they need and how you can best refer them to specific resources such as tutoring, counseling, or the Career Center. I also encourage you to share with them Richland College's Thunder values. These should serve as the basis for the ground rules for your classroom community. We want our students to behave like a thunder duck by modeling these values in the classroom, in their homes, and in their workplace. Remember that just because students are in college, it does not mean they understand the norms and behaviors of how they should behave as adults in higher education. Stress the importance of attendance, participating in class, and studying. Don't assume that students know what you know and what you think is important. Help them understand your expectations and the hidden rules of college. Tell students that dreams don't work unless you do. I also urge you to provide students with timely and meaningful feedback on their work. Okay? Be supportive by giving them honest, constructive, and timely feedback so they aren't surprised by their final grade. When they are surprised, they often find their way to my office. Students may not know where Nature's Hall is, but they know where my office is. We cannot help students imagine their success unless we create a caring community with a well-defined structure and outline our expectations explicitly first. This foundation is necessary to inspire them to reach more and achieve more. Before I share with you highlights of initiatives this year and what to expect for the coming year, I want to take a few moments to introduce members of my leadership team. These are members of Academic Council. They are incredible leaders who are actually the anchors of this institution. I ask deans to please stand as I call your name, and I also ask for you to hold your applause until after I read and introduce all of them. Susan Barkley, School of World Languages, Cultures, and Communications. Ray Canham, School of Math, Science, and Health Professions. Mary Darren, School of Learning Enrichment and Academic Development. Delise Giorgio, School of Learning Enrichment and Academic Development. Diane Hilbert, School of Humanities, Fine and Performing Arts. Martha Hogan, School of Engineering, Business, and Technology. Lenny Jo Henderson, Library Services. Lenny Jo. Bonnie Houston, Dual Credit. Greg Thomas, Information Technology. Andy Tubbs, Access Center. Melinda Weaver, Continuing Education. Okay, now we can appreciate them. And by the way, Andy Tubbs told me to tell you that he's my most favored administrator. Andy, I did it. So if you haven't had an opportunity to meet and get to know our academic deans, I encourage you to find time to do so. When President Obama challenged the nation's community colleges to do their part to help America double the number of college completers by 2020, his call to action set in motion a movement that is forcing the nation's community colleges to rethink how we serve the needs of students and the needs of our communities. We see this impact clearly both at the state and national levels. This emphasis is on timely completion with a credential that will help students get jobs which the community needs. Complete College America calls for helping students select programs of study and developing more coherent, structured programs with the goal of ensuring more students stay on track to graduation. We see this call in several legislative mandates and in practices implemented across the country. What you see listed are examples of what we are already implementing here at Richland College. Practices such as these to modify how students enroll and complete college are being implemented not only in Texas, but across the country. I want to recognize faculty whom you may not know are serving diligently on teams to help support some of these initiatives. Melinda Andrews and Sobia Khan serve on the Richland College Texas Completes Task Force, which designed an action plan to be implemented in EDUC 1300. Faculty teaching this course on campus are helping students explore more intentionally their career goals in partnership with the Richland College Career Services. Sobia also serves as the co-chair of the Dream Success team. Melinda, Sobia, and all EDUC 1300 faculty, could you please stand? We want to be sure we thank you for implementing this action plan successfully. Sobia Khan, Melinda Andrews, all EDUC 1300 faculty, please stand because you know you're doing it in your classes. Thank you. Professors Heather Jensen and Yolanda Manzano are representing us ably in our collaboration with the Richardson Independent School District to assist their faculty with aligning curriculum and assessment in response to Texas House Bill 5. They also co-chaired 2 separate committees to develop preparatory courses to be offered in all high schools participating in this initiative. So would Heather Jensen and Yolanda Manzano, would you please stand? Heather Jensen. Yolanda. We appreciate the both of you serving our K through 12 community and representing Richland College well. Thank you. Over this past year, Developmental Math Combined Discipline Committee was chaired by our very own Polly Shuley, who did a yeoman's job leading this district-wide committee during a tumultuous time of change. This team also had strong representation from Syed Darabade, who served as the developmental math liaison. Syed and Polly, would you please stand? So that's Syed. You both model well the vital role faculty need to play, must play in curricular matters. The role of faculty is pivotal in engaging students to succeed. Faculty connect the knowledge, skills, and abilities students need and determine how students acquire them. Student success is at the core of what we do as an educational institution. At Richland College, we recognize that today's students require different strategies. We also recognize we must work together to accomplish this goal. Our college's student success plan focused over the past 4 years on strategies to affect change in gatekeeper courses. We implemented a comprehensive set of initiatives which target students at critical junctures, supported by professional development for faculty to provide skills necessary to implement these initiatives. We are experiencing both success and challenges in our effort to improve student success. Some gatekeeper course performance has shown an incremental positive trend. Performance for African American and Hispanic students, while trending positively in some courses, is still below the desired level. An area of challenge, which you may not be surprised to know, is the performance of students in online courses. I want to thank Gatekeeper lead faculty for their hard work, their persistence, and commitment to lead continued efforts to affect positive change in student achievement. Pat Ellens and Sobia Khan currently serve as co-chairs of this faculty-led team. I ask all Gatekeeper lead faculty, past and present, to please stand and be recognized. We thank you all. Please stand. Thank you. I am pleased to announce to you that based on the recommendation of the Achieving the Dream Core and Dream Success teams, we're implementing Gatekeeper action plans to 3 main institutional initiatives. These are developing learning power, productive persistence, and engaging students through caring behaviors. Achieving the Dream initiatives for 2014-15 linked to one of these 3 broad college initiatives align well with existing key student success initiatives and bring greater strategic focus to the college student success agenda. Okay, and I want to hear an amen. Okay. We will be launching year 4 of our institutional professional development in continuing to better understand our students funded by the Anna PZ grant. A team of our colleagues led by Ofari Asante and Dwight Riley will extend lessons from a framework for understanding our students of poverty to encompass the concept of caring behaviors. Building relationships through the use of caring behaviors is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to help under-resourced students succeed. Listed here are the 13 caring behaviors. This team will launch the series of workshops beginning in September. Adjunct faculty are strongly encouraged to attend and will receive a stipend of $53 to participate. I ask now the entire Framework Trainers team to please stand so we can appreciate you for the time that you have spent throughout this summer, because I've been privy to the planning that you've been doing in preparation for fall. I want to give special thanks to Michelle Navarro, who rotated out of the team this year, and to thank her for raising the bar and the quality of the workshops last year. So the entire team and Michelle Navarro, please stand. So as you can see, our faculty have been busy this summer. Another area we're providing added thunder to enrich the learning experiences of students who want to be academically challenged is the newly envisioned Honors Academy. This fall, we are expanding, offering 12 sections which are honors designated in selected disciplines. I want to be sure to recognize the Honors Academy Council, led by Executive Dean Mary Darren. The Council has worked tirelessly to conceptualize and implement a quality honors academy on par with the best of four-year institutions. Congratulations to the entire team for a work well done. And I would be remiss if I did not ask you to please stand. Mary and the entire Honors Academy Council, thank you. We also provide students opportunities to connect what they learn in the classroom with service to the community through the Service Learning Program. I am pleased to share with you that in the past year, 940 students completed various service learning projects for a total of 22,203 volunteer hours. We can do more to promote the value and impact of community engagement. Service Learning Coordinator John Daniels will be glad to visit with you about how easily you can do this with no added work on your part. And did I say with no added work on your part? Okay. I have shared with you some of Richland's continuing efforts to improve student engagement, retention, and success, but more to follow soon. We will now turn to recognizing our Excellence in Teaching nominees. Each year, students are given an opportunity to nominate faculty for Richland's annual Excellence in Teaching Award in the categories of full-time faculty, associate faculty, and adjunct faculty, both credit and continuing education. This year, we have 11 nominee finalists. I invite you now to watch a video highlighting our Excellence in Teaching nominee finalists and some of their selected students.
I truly believe that the student success starts with me in the classroom, and I try to model the behavior and values that I want to see in my students or see develop in them. I want to give them this mindset of a winner, to teach them that success is not for extraordinary or lucky people, that success is gained by hard work, dedication. I try to create a congenial atmosphere, very positive, where students are not afraid of making mistakes as a powerful means that can make their learning deeper and better.
The personality assessments, I hope that kind of helps you figure out a little bit better where you would fit in psychology when it comes to your own personality. And just the conversations I have with the students before class, during class, after class, I think kind of helps them figure out which route to go. I did not have that luxury when I was going to school, so I try to help as much as I can steer them the right way.
One of the first things I do is to have a one-to-one conference with them so that they are invited to my office and we just sit and chat. What I hope Caitlin has taken away from my class, as for all my students, is that sense of confidence that they can work hard, meet challenges, even experience failure from time to time, and pick themselves up and go again.
I wanted to build relationships with students. I tell them to build those relationships with their classmates, and that's what's going to help them get through their coursework. I also challenge them I ask them questions, I make them ask me questions, ask each other questions, defend their ideas so that they get an understanding of who they are, how they see the world, and where they're going. I ask them to look at their past experiences, their past knowledge, and put that into what's going on and what we're studying in the classroom.
A lot of the students in our classes, math is just a big obstacle towards what they want to do with their future, and they have to get through that. So that's basically what I try to do, is to help them see that this is not an obstacle, that it's a stepping stone to try to get to what they want to do with their life and with their future career. Let me help you, let's get through this, and then you can get on the road to what you really want to do with your life.
6 habits of mind that help a student succeed. Persisting towards solutions, working with precision, asking questions, setting goals, monitoring your progress, working with others, learning to network. I want them to possess these characteristics. And I think whenever we can help a student not only visualize their dream, but help them create a game plan to get there, I think we've done a very good job.
Really what the key to it is to say we have some things that we can do that will allow us to think differently about the problems we faced in the organization. To say that the tools are applicable within the company that they're working with, but they're also applicable in general life. It allows us to say, here's how these things could help both the organization and yourself. So I try to make it personal, try to apply the tools and the techniques that they could utilize in their particular job that they have now or future positions.
So I always try and have them focus on what are their passions. And my goal is for them to follow your passions for the rest of your life. I always tell my students that, hey, you'll be a great meeting planner, you'll be a great salesperson, you'll be a great travel person, and if you are in your passions, you will outwork anybody else as long as you're following your passions. So to me, it's a fairly simple power that you're going to have over your competition.
I teach preparation for the TOEFL exam. The TOEFL exam is a test that has to be passed in order to get into good universities and graduate schools. So my role as an instructor in this test, I see as something of a gateway to the student's success. I think one of the first things I asked you guys to do was to give a little speech and talk about where you're going to be 5 years from now. I find out what their goals are, what their idea of what success is on the first day I meet them, and then that becomes my goal. Whatever their goal is, that becomes my goal.
What I teach is I teach students to think about thinking. Then they are in control of their emotions and they're in control of their perspective of where they're going with their career. Once they realize the impact that their thoughts have on their emotions, then they're able to really guide their plans. They're able to feel more self-confident and no longer concentrating on the negative or what's not possible. I've learned to move my thoughts to the positive side and the possibilities.
I usually begin on the first day of the semester and I ask the students what their ultimate career goal is. And I always show students how writing is going to help them get where they want, and once they're there, it's going to help them stay there, because the name of the book we use is called Writing for Life. You have to take the approach that you're teaching them to apply what they've already learned to a new context and build from there.
You can speak French and Spanish. You can only speak them, you know the culture, you know the insides and outs. That's been the greatest thing about it, is you've whetted my appetite for the culture, not just the language.
In 10, 15 years, I will hopefully have my doctorate degree in IO psychology. Just a degree in itself would would make me feel successful, because my mother did not graduate college. My father actually did not even finish high school. And so I want to get a degree.
She took the time to know each of her students. I missed a couple of classes, and she emailed me, and I'm so happy that you brought me into your office and met with me about it. It really did, help me and got me back in gear and to check.
She has set up these connections for us to make connections with each other on a personal level and an education level. If school can relate to work, then they're working together. So that's another thing that she does that helps me to be a successful person and a student.
Miss James has given me the personal interaction with the way of looking at the math, the simple way of breaking down the problem. And so I'll definitely use the different styles that she has taught me. And in 10 years, I would very much like to do something in healthcare, but where I can actually apply the accounting concepts.
You really opened my eyes to something that just, changed my ways of viewing my career. If it wasn't for that day, I would still be going for architecture engineering and not even, caring for it. But now that you showed me that, I changed my whole career into computer science. And I found something that I really love, and it's a passion to me.
Companies that are smaller and maybe are growing a continuous improvement program and bringing it down to the personal level, putting things in the context of work that the individual, the student, the client may be in, really empowers that change. What Larry has helped our company to do is to stimulate that creativity that is maybe latent in each of us.
I had done several career type positions and none of them were very fulfilling. Chuck encouraging us from that first day to follow our passions, it really spoke to my heart. And just to give us that compass to follow, that direction, helped me so much.
The most important thing that I've learned from Professor Leah Murphy is about how to imagine success. Life is not about making money or benefits or anything else. Life about is how good you are and what's your goals and what are you going to do to reach it, to fulfill it. No matter what, you have to work hard for it.
Mrs. Cuddle taught me how to change my thinking to be more positive and less negative. Sometimes in life we're put into situations where we can't control the outcome, but we can control our attitude and our behavior. So I think a lot of what Mrs. Cuddle has taught me has to do with my attitude and how I view the situation, because I'm in control of it.
I had just been discouraged by a lot of people in my family, a lot of friends, because they didn't think I was smart enough. My self-esteem wasn't really high. I was really nervous because I wanted to prove that I could do this, and I think right away Miss Pruitt noticed, and I just thought that was amazing because I didn't even notice how nervous I was until Miss Pruitt pointed out. She told me, I want you to breathe in and I want you to breathe out because you're going to be just fine. So that really helped me imagine success because someone finally believed in me.
A committee comprised of former faculty recipients and staff selected one finalist in each category. The finalists for the Excellence in Teaching Award for full-time faculty and associate faculty were announced on Tuesday at the college convocation. The recipient for the full-time faculty Excellence in Teaching Award is Jennifer Jones. And the recipient for the associate faculty is Melanie Pruitt. I know Melanie could not attend Tuesday's college convocation because she was teaching. Melanie, if you're here, would you stand, please? So, Melanie, congratulations again. Congratulations. Tonight, we announce our adjunct faculty recipients for the Credit and Continuing Education Excellence in Teaching Award. As part of this award, recipients are given a year-long parking pass and a stipend to participate in a professional development of their choice. Andy Tubbs, Dean of Access Center, and Melinda Weaver, Executive Dean of Continuing Education, will be assisting with the presentation of these awards. I would also like to invite Dr. Kay Eggleston to please come on stage to join me in presenting these awards.
The winner of the 2014 Credit Adjunct Instructor is Megan Mills. Dear Megan, congratulations on being selected to receive the Richland College Excellence in Teaching Award for Credit Adjunct Faculty. You are recognized by your colleagues and students as one who enthusiastically provides tools to help students succeed. A student wrote, "You're such a great professor that I honestly think I'm learning from an SMU or Harvard professor. I should have known I should have taken more classes. Honestly, if it wasn't because of you, Professor, I probably would still be thinking of what I'm going to major in and what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life." One of your colleagues stated, "Megan embodies Richland's Thunder values in her classroom teaching. Megan is truly invested in her students' success in the classroom as well as in life. She cares about her students and inspires them to go beyond the minimum course requirements to try new ideas. One of Rick's students performed so well that he has been invited to attend an out-of-state workshop to develop his skills. She teaches from her heart, demonstrates a high level of personal integrity, and treats all students fairly. Megan is an outstanding adjunct member at Richland College." To be nominated for this annual award at this college with so many exemplary professors is in itself an honor. Your students and your colleagues commend you for your mastery and practice of the art and craft of teaching. As a small token of our appreciation for the outstanding service you provide to our college, you will receive a special travel allotment to pursue professional development goals or an institutional gift to sponsor a special guest lecture or workshop in your honor, or some other suggestion that would be of personal and professional importance to you. You will also be awarded the really most important thing. We know what that is, don't we? A year-long parking pass. Again, congratulations, Megan, on being the recipient of the Excellence in Teaching Award for Credit Adjunct Faculty.
Thank you. What an honor, what a privilege. Just to be a part of this community has been such a blessing and a privilege. To be a part of a community that has such fabulous instructors and administrators and professionals has been a real honor for me. One day I was driving to school and I thought about the students in my class, and I thought about all of the unique experiences and goals and dreams and fears and hopes that they bring to class. And it really kind of almost overwhelmed me with a fear, because I thought, what a big responsibility. And it's so interesting how they inspire us and how they want to help us feel like we want to be a better person. They actually probably inspire me more than I could ever wish to inspire them. I was a student here not too many years ago, and I felt so welcomed here. I wanted to remain a part of this college. I would like to recognize the instructors here who helped me. They taught me everything that I now teach at Richland College. I would like to first thank Shirley Hawkins, who actually helped me find the start button on the monitor instead of the keyboard. This is true. And I would like to recognize Dee Hobson. Dee, you're my idol. What a help. What a great, great instructor. I would also like to recognize Julie Phillips, who's been a tremendous mentor for me. In my philosophy that I had to write for this award, I wrote that this award really does belong to the department that I come from. I have a tremendous support network there. I have people like Dean Keith and Deborah DeStacy and Gwen Hester and Angela Nino, who all have given me everything that I need to do the best job possible here. And more than anyone, I would like to thank Becky Jones and Susan Calhoun. You are the engine that keep me moving in the classroom, and I am so grateful to you for giving me this opportunity to teach here. It is truly, truly an honor and a blessing to be part of this community. Thank you so, so very much, and thank you for inspiring me as well. I wish to be like all of you. Thank you.
I'm happy to announce the recipient of the Excellence in Teaching Award for Continuing Education Adjunct Faculty to Chuck Laterza. Dear Chuck, congratulations on being selected by your peers to receive the Richland College Excellence in Teaching Award for Continuing Education Adjunct Faculty. You are recognized by your colleagues and students as one who provides vital tools to help students succeed. One student wrote, "Dear Mr. Laterza, I learned so much in your class. I am more than eager to move on into this field of meetings and events planning, and you made that possible for me. Please consider continuing to teach, as you are a very caring and patient teacher. Thank you for your assistance in a hectic but fun field." In the words of another student, Chuck Laterza was an outstanding instructor with a host of knowledge for that class, and especially in networking and making contacts. I really got a handle on how to plan timelines. To be nominated for this annual recognition at a college with so many exemplary professors is in itself an honor. Your students and your colleagues commend you for your mastery and practice of the art and craft of teaching. Again, congratulations on being the recipient of the Excellence in Teaching Award for Continuing Education Adjunct Faculty. And you get a parking pass too.
This is my 20th year at Richland, or 21st year at Richland, and I was told to keep this to 21 minutes. So
Actually, we'll keep it to 21 seconds, but I do want to thank everyone, and especially MT and the department, and Mary Darren and the department. And I'm going to make this really short, but I just have to tell you that I once read where Ara Parsegian, the old Notre Dame football coach, said he used to get a chill every time he used to go driving on the campus of Notre Dame. And I get that same chill whenever I come to Richland College. And it's exciting to me. Every time I come to Richland College, when I think back when they were talking about it during the session there, I was the first one on either side of my family to graduate from college. My father was a high school dropout. My mother, I don't think she even went to high school. So this is an exciting thing for me to deal with students who are similar to my background. I had a 2.3 in college. I barely struggled through. I worked 20 hours a week while I was going to college. And it was tough for me, and because my parents gave me no assistance going to college. So I put myself in their situations all the time. And it's tough for our students, and so I kind of put myself in their positions a lot, unlike a lot of our other people who can breeze through college. It was tough for me, and I've enjoyed it. I've had 20 years, 1/3 of my life has been here at Richland, and it's been fun. And I can't wait for next year, or this year.
So congratulations again to our recipients, Megan and Chuck. And I'm only on page 13 of 79. And so I see that there are 5 people kind of standing there. Do you want to come? There? You can sit right next to Dr. Eggleston or Dr. Summers. Come on. Nothing like being put on the spot, huh? I now continue to share with you our progress on Richland College's initiatives. And by the way, I'm just joking. I don't have that much long to go. As we begin to implement Core 2014 this fall, we continue to build upon the progress we've made with assessment of student learning outcomes. For our core curriculum, we move from our institutional general education outcomes to the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board's core objectives that you see listed here, and there are 6 core objectives. We have an opportunity this year to deploy quality assessments consistently across each of our programs to identify cross-cutting areas for improvement in curriculum. Our pre-core and our career and technical education faculty are already investigating ways to better align their work with Core 2014 objectives. To support you in each of these areas, professional development will be provided both at the college and at the district level. We will have sessions on assessment tools, such as the recently approved mysterious Blackboard Outcomes module, which is not to be confused with Weave Online. We will also have sessions to deepen our understanding of the various student learning outcomes. I encourage you to continue to engage peers within your respective academic discipline committee, representing furiously Richland's interests in setting assessment formats and in sharing ideas. Using common measures will help to break down silos that currently exist in assessment. Summary reports can more easily be created that detail how students are learning at every level across the college. This will help us further streamline our improvement initiatives. As you know, Richland College is accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges, or SACCOC. The major requirement for SACCIOC accreditation is the implementation of a research project to improve student learning. This project is known as our Quality Enhancement Plan, or QEP for short. Last fall marked the launch of our new QEP, Learning to Learn, Developing Learning Power. Richland College defines developing learning power as the intentional practice of thinking in order to change and learn. We believe that students can learn to learn and can demonstrate their capacity to think, grow, adapt, and change as learners. We had a very, very busy first year. 50 full-time and adjunct faculty members from 4 disciplines participated in developing learning power professional development sessions. These sessions covered approaches to help students become more effective and successful. It truly takes cooperation, patience, and persistence to implement an initiative of this magnitude. I would like to thank faculty who continue to work hard to help make this student learning initiative a successful one. I would like to first recognize Richland's QEP Faculty Director, Carol Kent. Carol's professionalism, her amazing organizational skills, and what she has been able to accomplish in a short first year have far exceeded our expectations. Carol, would you please stand? Thank you, Carol. I would also like to acknowledge the good work of the QEP Professional Development Champions, Becky Williams, Bonnie Blackman, Nicole Kofelt, Patrick Moore, and Ron Stout. Would you all please stand? The next group which deserves our accolades is the discipline coaches who have been working closely with their discipline faculty. Melinda Andrews, Kasim Ayachi, Jacqueline Bryan, and Clive Siegel. Another team I would like to have you join me appreciate is the QEP assessment team, Jennifer Jones, Ro Castillo, and Patrick Moore. And finally, our implementing faculty in EDUC 1300, History, English, and Government, from whom we have learned so much. Our QEP is stronger because of your feedback and commitment. Will all implementing faculty in these disciplines please stand so we can give you a round of applause. Thank you. This fall, on September 10th, we're excited to welcome Mr. Ed Bersigno. As a researcher and architect of learning theory, he's an expert in the study of brain mindsets. Perhaps you've already seen one of his TED Talks, and you know what a treat this will be. Watch out for details on Mr. Bersigno's upcoming visit. And in case you're wondering, yeah, that is his actual photo. As we begin a new academic year, I invite all of us to renew our commitment to work together to focus on the reason for the existence of Richland College. I invite us to focus on our most important commodity, our students. Let us work together to help them achieve a balance between their personal growth and academic achievement. With this goal in mind, a faculty team representing various disciplines, joined by Executive Dean Susan Barkley and Director of Student Advising Cindy Berry, attended the National Academic Advising Association, or NACADA, Summer Institute in July. They developed an inventory of ways in which faculty currently collaborate or can collaborate with the Advising Center in helping students achieve their personal, educational, and career goals. You will receive a copy of this inventory at your discipline meeting tonight. I would like to acknowledge the work of this Richland College faculty team at this time. Please stand as I call your name. Louisa Benton, Jacqueline Bryant, Erica Edwards, Jada Hill, Carlos Martinez, Jessica Oxendine, Sara Perez Ramos, Jennifer Rose, Laquita Wright, Cindy Berry, and Susan Barkley. Thank you, fellow Thunderducks, for advancing Richland College's vision. In closing, as you begin fall 2014, to help students imagine their success and to provide the thunder they need to succeed, please remember to treat our students as if they were what they ought to be, and we help them become what they are capable of being. Thank you for being here tonight. I wish you a productive discipline meeting and a successful academic year.